Well, hello there. Okay, Florida is scheduled to reopen. Well, 3/4 of it. As of April 29th, 2020 speech by Governor DeSantis, which it took him a while to get to the point, but he was going through a lot of graphics and stuff. He has been researching with some of the top doctors in the state of Florida and looking at the graphs for Florida, and he feels that Florida is the least affected in the corona, and people have been pretty good about social distancing or wearing masks and closing down businesses that were just too close for comfort. I think that a lot of it, personally, is, when they stopped our spring break, I think that's what protected us a lot. I think we would have been a lot worse off with spring break because we have people from all over the world that come to Florida as a state of tourism. So when they killed the spring break, I think, and then restricted state lines and stuff, I think that did a lot to slow down the corona. But then again, we don't know how much there is, how many people have had it in Florida. There's a lot of things we don't know yet. And then we don't know how stupid people will be in business, just like some of the general public. I mean, people are just rude. They just want to walk right through you, and they won't stay 6 foot away. And it's just amazing. And stupidity like that will get people killed with the corona. So people straighten up and pay attention. And it's worth it. I mean, if you want to get outside, try to stay at the 6 foot rule. If you can, wear a mask, wear gloves. Try to respect other people, or they're going to shut us down again. So be stupid or be smart. So here's what he's doing. He's going to expand testing and have walk-up and drive-through sites. He's got some state-supported testing sites, which I suppose that means the state will pay for the test. Because if you go to a hospital and ask for a corona test, it's huge money. So these state-supported testing centers will be Broward, Escambia, Lee, Sarasota, and Miami-Dade area. And they can do up to 750 tests a day at each one of these locations. No problem. And so they want to just try to test everybody, whether you think you've had it, you do have it, you have a headache or cough. They just want to try to get everybody tested to see what the figures look like anyway, so that they can get a better handle on the figures from our starting point here. And then they're going to have a new Fort Lauderdale and Panhandle location for testing. They're going to have a floating lab RV with a 45-minute test. So they can tell you right there, if you've had it or you have it or you've already had it. And then they're going to do contact tracing from the testing, so they might have a little questionnaire for you of people you've been around or whatever if you come up positive, so that they can check those people immediately so they can kind of trace it and control it. That's why they're doing it. So say, you were with your grandpa and then, your sister's kid and all. If you've got it, they want to make sure those people are okay. So, not start treatment immediately. Now, there's like several people competing right now to do the vaccine for the corona, amazingly enough. So we may have one quite soon. Normally it takes about 18 months to get, one of those passed, but they're working, just really hard on it. Okay, now, this new decision to go to phase 1 excludes the counties of Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. I guess because those are the highest with the corona problems and all that. So he's not going to open those yet. He's going to do something different with them. Now, let's see. Okay. Okay, now he researched with doctors. He wants phase 1, if we can stay straight. If not, we're going to go backwards. But otherwise, if we ever can stay straight with this, not jerk around, phase 1, the schools are going to stay homeschooled, which I imagine that. Because California had already made the decision that the kids were going to be out through December and homeschooled. And they're all done by computer out there. Elective surgeries will resume. So if you have an elective surgery that's being postponed due to coronavirus, whatever, you're welcome to do that. The reason they stopped them was because of the corona in the hospitals. So you choose what you want to do. But if it were me, I'd say no. Unless it was something really, really mandatory important. Because me, I would not be feeling good being in any hospitals right now. I just broke my foot. You think I'm going? No. Remember, there's always tourists and people that can appear. And lately, you know, I'm in Florida right now. And there's Texas tags. There's other tags. And I don't think those are rental cars. I think that's people running from other states. We've got some that are from way, way up northeast. You know, as far as Ohio and New York and Indiana and Jersey that are down this way, okay? And I venture to say those aren't rental cars. No movie theaters will reopen at this time. They will stay closed. Restaurants can open and still do curbside delivery and the DoorDash and all that stuff. Now, if they have a way to seat outdoors, okay, they can seat outdoor with 6-foot seating. And he really likes this the best, which is true because the corona tends to live in central heat and air systems inside buildings. So, yeah, I agree with that. Just like the beach. I don't see where the beach is a big, hairy problem because it's outdoors and people are cleansing themselves with water. As long as they stay, you know, a little bit of ways. They don't need to be all crowded up. But indoor on the restaurants will be at a 25% capacity. That includes a 6-foot rule. So whatever your fire department capacity plaque is on your wall, you will need to figure, if you have 100-person capacity, that means you're going to go at 25-person capacity. And includes 6-foot rule. So that's what they want to do. Which I imagine it means tables 6 foot from each other. I'm not sure if that means 6 foot seating apart and 6-foot tables apart. But you'll have to check with your local mayor on that. And then retail establishments can open to sell their products, whatever, at 25% indoor capacity and continue with their curbside stuff. So my best advice to you is build a website real soon if you need to sell some of your products, especially if you have a hair salon. Because I'm going to tell you, you got all that stock laying in there. And your customers use it, build a website, you know, or do curbside service because your shop is closed. Closed, mandatory closed are bars, gyms, personal services like salons, tattooing, barber shops, spa work, any of this close-up stuff, massage parlors, any of that. He says a big 0 there. No, no, no. But there are some gyms that have spaced out their equipment and been sterilizing and sanitizing in other states. And he likes that pretty good. He's going to see if the numbers stay good and then let gyms reopen as long as their equipment's spaced out and they keep sanitization real high. And they'll let them reopen because he's really concerned about gyms for people's health and stuff. There's a lot of people that go for the heart and stuff. But right now the gyms are closed. 65 and plus, he would like you to try to stay home as much as possible, especially if you have bad health. He really, really would. But, you know, there's some people that are over 65 that have no family, you know, and they have to get out to get things and that. They're not computer savvy, so they don't know how to order DoorDash or order Walmart groceries or any of that. Or they don't have internet, you know. He wants public groups at 10 persons or less. Stay 6 foot apart. He prefers face masks, but he wants all people in business to wear a face mask. Okay? Which I think is a good thing. I really, really do. Because you always get customers coming up to you, ask you questions, this, that, and the other. And people are just not used to being 6 foot away. Okay? He wants you to try to be 6 foot away, but, you know, those things happen. And it's not worth dying over. And I make a great face mask. I've got some YouTube videos about it, and I have them on my website. So check it out. And these are heavy-duty, washable, and they're 4-layer face masks. I also make a 5-layer face mask. Okay, so the steps to phase 2 will come quickly as long as the corona problems do not go up. If they don't, then he's going to go backwards. They're going to cut back, and we're going to be back at you know, stage 1 here, back before stage 1, sitting in our houses with no income at all, and businesses will really fail. So do it right, and we'll be okay. Now, if things are really doing well, as far as the corona cases and all the figures and all that in the testing, then other businesses will be open very soon. He just wants to see how people do upon the opening, because Florida has a lower rate of corona than other places. And you other jokers from these other places that are sick, please don't come here, okay? Leave us alone. And if you do come here, wear a mask and wear gloves and stay back, okay? Please. Now, I don't know what he's going to do with hotels and that. There was no discussion of that yet. But most hotels have been pretty much closed and not allowed to book. But that's what we got. So the things that are closed, are going to stay closed for the time being, are exactly this. Okay? No movie theaters. No schools. And that would include daycares. And no bars, gyms, or personal services, anything that's up close, like salons, barbershops, spa work, and tattoo artists. Okay? Right there. Those, no, zero, blank, zilch, nada. Not right now. They will stay closed, okay? And the things that are going to be open is your elective surgeries, restaurants, preferably outdoor, and some indoor, and all retail can open with 25% indoor capacity, and keep running your curbside, your websites, whatever. So that's where we are. 65 plus, he would like you to stay home as much as possible, especially if you have any health ailments. So there we are, no jokes, and I suggest you start ordering your face masks and gloves if you're in business or you want to go to work. So I think it's good. I agree with it 100%. I think it's fantastic, because already I think the real estate market is going to drop so badly, and I think a lot of people are going to get evicted, and utilities are going to start being shut down real fast. So it's going to get interesting real quick. Better fill your gas tank before the fuel goes up. Better buy a used car or used RV while it's at it, or a house real quick before Florida starts grooving along. Get it cheap before it all changes. Talk to you later. We got to add up spring and summer all in one season. So good luck to everyone. Best wishes. I'm glad for this bit of good news. Let's try to keep it good news. Please, let's not go back. It's like being in Hitler Germany. You know, if you guys keep being stupid. Let's all work together. Let's try to save each other's lives and do something kind for a stranger. Respect the strangers and definitely respect the elderly. Let's try to help each other, all right? You guys have a great day. Just thought I'd get that to you in a shorter amount of time than he did. But his facts and figures are pretty darn on the spot. I was very impressed with the research that was done. But now he researched with top medical physicians of the state of Florida and the actual graphs. But they're going to vary because all the test results aren't quite in. They're still delivering all those from different cities and counties. So Let's make it a good one, guys. Let's do it right, okay? Let's do this right and be A-okay. All right? I love you. And all the other states, I wish you the best. And let's all try to work towards this together, or it's just gonna, you know, kill our whole population all the way across the United States if we don't be very, very careful. Love you. Have a great one. Talk to you later.